Hello guys, Sir here. New season, new big bulky friend, new Great Rift. And I have spent an absurd amount of time farming save data for basically all of my combatants, because this season 3 has a lot of crazy stuff that, apart from a couple of noticeable exceptions, is going to be an upgrade over what you currently have, irrespective of what it was. Unfortunately, this enemy, the one within the fog, has so many special rules that as I was fighting her, especially in the second half, I was thinking, man, I wish I had farmed a completely different save file for this combatant. And well, here there is an endless line, or rather an endless column of buffs that could be basically summed up as you want to pull for Tenebria if you want to look at the leaderboard. Because basically everything about this enemy is designed to be absolutely wrecked by Tenebria. The problem is that it has a multitude of special effects, special actions, and a lot of nonsense, to be honest, that prevents you from playing / creating too many cards each turn, because just like previous Great Rifts, you get to a point that it's safer for your sanity to end the turn and only let the opponent do one action. And this has completely destroyed this team that I want to show you. The first half doesn't matter. I say this about the Great Rift pretty much every time, and this is even more so than other cycles. Like, I had a few fights during which on autoplay these three combatants cleared the first half on the first turn, so it was ridiculous. The first half is really a joke. The second half, due to how it's designed, I wouldn't probably change this too much. Probably. Maybe instead of attack, use something different. But overall, this is a decent, a solid save file for Ray. The big issue is this, because although it looks like a fantastic save file for general use, and it is, for general use this is absolutely phenomenal, basically she does nothing but draw cards. And this is a bit of a problem because we have a limited amount of actions that we can take each turn before bad things really happen. So I think that probably I would not even be playing her. I would play someone else like, I don't know, Adelaide, but I do not have a save file that would fit here. Similar issue for her. This is the save file that I use for pretty much everything. And if I had the chance to redo it completely, which is not going to happen because I'm very happy about save file and engravings and everything, instead of spotlights I would have more encore. Maybe still keep one spotlight but have more encores. I don't think I would be keeping call and response, but I'm not sure about that. And of course we would also be fishing for some more insane epiphany on Music Start Arpeggio, but it is what it is. A thing that I was noticing about this Rift is that there is a huge difference in the save files that are used at the very top of the leaderboard, the Master's leaderboard, compared to stuff that you would usually be playing for normal combatant use. And they are extremely unique decks, really niche at that, and for me it's extremely annoying because I am not interested in the leaderboard ranking. Like, I do a couple of runs with whatever deck I have available at the time. I see if I can reach 1 million just because I like the number, and then I'm pretty much done with it. But in order to farm for this specific rift to get in order to get a top deck, it really takes a lot of effort on multiple combatants, and it also takes a save file that is going to be unusable for pretty much anything else. At least that's what it looks like. Because it's a very unique kind of save file. Now here we are getting a little bit obliterated by the RNG gods. And I really wish it was one of those runs that everything lined up on the first turn. very easily. I could get rid of it, of this nonsense without problem. Let's get rid of the Nia's card. Hopefully Cassius will be enough. Because the interesting part is the first half, really. Whatever. Let's discard some nonsense if possible. We finally get to activate the quest. This is the reason why I very often prefer to get the quest with the initiation epiphany, even if the effect is random, just because at least I have it in hand at the very start of the fight. Oh, okay, we did the first half. We can move on to the second part, which is a little bit more interesting, but also slightly toxic. But first half, yeah, no problem. Really no problem, even if you don't care about points. Second half is where the real toxicity starts. And a thing that I noticed is that this is basically a hard counter. Because if you let the enemy act too many times in a row, you get too much damage thrown your way, you get too many negative effects thrown your own way, and overall it becomes an extremely unpleasant fight to handle. And the way this deck for Tenebria works, in theory, is that I would like to remove all the arpeggios from the deck first, meaning that this will be an absolutely phenomenal first hand, because I can do, you know, PU, and then I can do PU, and then I can do PU over here, and then I can do PU, and then I can do PU. And this is, you know, a fun time. And now I could go drawing the rest of the deck. But it's not like I have a lot of actions left. It's really problematic. Now, here it also got botched because I had, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 cards that draw something, I didn't get any of them, so it feels bad, man. But at the very least we can do this. And, you know, it is what it is. Now, I would like to do this, but then I get hit once, and then I would get hit again for the following attack, which would leave me at very few hit points, so it's not really a viable option. Yeah, because it would cut down significantly the amount of turns that I have available to deal with this dude. Or dudette, because it's woman within the fog. And here I would probably go with the Spotlight first, because it allows me to play these 2 arpeggios, and the second one is going to draw this one, which will activate the last one. There we go. Now we have no more arpeggios in the deck, which is good, and we can draw our stuff. I can draw, for example, Spotlight. Give it to me here. Let's go with Snack Time, see what we get. I got Encore. Right now Encore is not particularly useful, so this one has a haste, so it's essentially a free attack / buff for our cards. There should be at least another Spotlight. Yeah, there is one Spotlight in here. I only have 3 actions left. I would really like one of them to be this. One of them is going to be this, which has haste, so it doesn't really count. One of them is going to be Spotlight, and that's pretty much it. So let's do this. Well, no, not that one. Okay, this one, we'll go with Spotlight, activating the 2 arpeggios with the highest multiplier, and then we tell Foggy Lady to do her thing. This after 2 turns, it's not bad. Now here I usually prefer to get rid of raise cards, and raise this one. It's not great, because Veronica, with her save file, doesn't do anything here. Like, she draws, it's nice, but it's not even that helpful. I have 6 available. I will go Spotlight to draw. I will go with these 2. So we draw all the arpeggios, then we play all the arpeggios. Some of them have haste, which definitely helps. We get back some of that nonsense, and then we draw into the nonsense. Now we can do things like Strike of Darkness to buff our attacks. So when we play Spotlights, actually going to be nice. Wow, in all of this I still have not had time to play Strike of Darkness. It probably got discarded a million times. Let's go with Encore, see what we draw. The attack Strike of Darkness, of course, because life is not thy job. We can play everything, so let's do a hand dump of the century. Very nice multiplier there. How much are these two going to deal? Oh, it didn't crit! It didn't crit! What a scam! She has very high crit rate. I have a very good build for my Tenebria. Like her fragment sets are not amazing, but very, very good. I'm very proud of her fragment sets. Here we can do something like... No, it's empty! Let me redo that action first, then. Thank God for the redo ability, by the way. So we can reshuffle, we can draw. I will draw the cheap arpeggio. There is something to be said about picking a spotlight and using the spotlight to activate the two arpeggios, which is probably something that I will do actually. Discard just that. These two arpeggios, we activate it, we have everything else in hand. Okay, that one has haste, so we're good. We're good. Hit points going down quite significantly. We do not have a lot of healing in this team, and by not a lot I mean not at all. We're going to play this one. We spotlight for the for these two arpeggios, essentially saving some action points. Okay, then repose. Let's see what we draw. Fine, let's see. 3, 2. This one has haste, so I could... oh, I went to the wrong window. I could buff using this and discarding attack. Then we play this one with haste. And we play this, and I believe we are done after that. I think I played one card too many, but it is what it is. See you later, Ray. I have the feeling that it shouldn't be too difficult with just a couple of adjustments in the deck for me to reach 1.1 probably, or thereabouts. But at the moment I'm not really managing it. I can make it past 1 million, but then I get to the point where either my hit points are too low or too many bad things are happening. Draw. Draw. Darkness. We get that one. We get this one. Can I leave? It looks like I cannot leave no matter. Oh! Oh, I see hit points! I see hit points! We get to leave. We see the light of another day. Can I draw anything useful with this? Probably not. So let's not. Let's not. Okay, 65k, nice. We get to live another day. Let's go. Almost. Almost. But it's good. It's one more turn where we can deal some damage to flying Dudette over there. That's actually not a bad arpeggio to have in hand at the very start. This one is going to draw 2, including the 0 cost one that draws 2 more. So we can draw a bunch of stuff, we can play all the arpeggios, and then we're pretty much stuck. It's over. It's absolutely over. Do I have a spotlight? Yes, I have a spotlight, so I can bid the farewell to this run by doing this and one spotlight. Bonk. 72k, nice. And GG. It's okay. We did it above 1 million, so I'm already happy about it. 1,056,000, it's okay. As long as it has 7 digits, I'm happy. And what I was talking about earlier are these kind of save files, like with 1 million encores, Faceless Woman with this version of Hero to All, and Serenial doing nothing else. I've also seen some save files with so many of those Faceless Woman, like 3 or 4 if not more. Like, there is 1 here, 3 here, like, what the hell? This is really an activity that is not for me. Like, for me, a season is, I want to see what is the most broken stuff in terms of engravings, gear, new cards, new synergies. I want to get the best save file possible for general use for those combatants, and then I'm happy. And it takes me a lot of time, so I really cannot fathom the idea of farming save files like those specifically for a rift that very soon will begin. But you know, the rewards with the stickers and everything are neat, so if you do that, you have my respect. For me, I will stick to, what's the second one? Usually Diamond. Yeah, I think I got to Master once, maybe twice, but usually I hover somewhere around in Diamond, because, yeah, for me the Rift is like one and done. But it's not a bad Rift if you have Tenebria. If you do not have Tenebria, well, what's the highest I can find without a Tenebria? Okay, there is a... what is this? What is this? Oh, okay, the rain spam with a basically empty Magna deck, which is something that I approve. I have a deck similar to this for Magna, with more cards than this, but very, very, very similar. Just upgrades that get played either manually or automatically during the course of a run, and then she basically has a 0-card deck, and the other combatants do everything. But yeah, if you have Tenebria, like, you can get a decent score. Without Tenebria, you know, you just accumulate score. You keep doing it until you get enough for the reward, and you're like, okay, I'll see you in a few weeks, Rift. Overall, it was relatively fun for me. Toxic mechanics, but it was not bad. Bye guys, take care.